I do know this. On the stand, Trump lashed out at the judge and attacked New York's Attorney General, Letitia James. Question is, he may be feeling good. Maybe it even helps him politically. We'll discuss that. But is he costing himself the case? Let's bring in former federal prosecutor Renato Mariotti and an attorney who represents Trump in separate matters, Jesse Binnall. Good to have you both. Renato, first, am I off about what it seemed like today watching Trump on the stand? It didn't look like he was trying to clear himself.
Not at all. I think you don't have to be a lawyer to know that attacking the judge in the middle of a bench trial is not a legal strategy. It is a strategy if you already know you're going to lose. And Trump essentially laid down in this case many months ago when he took the fifth over 400 times in a civil deposition. I think at that point, his attorneys had decided that they were going to cut their losses with this case. They were going to lose. You don't take the fifth that many times if you're planning to win the case. Now he's trying to create a sideshow, a distraction, make a political point or a PR point. And I view it from that lens, not a legal strategy.
Let me jump this debate ahead 2 steps, okay? Jesse's pushback is going to be, this is a two-tier justice system, and Trump doesn't care about the case because the case is BS. Because he's not doing anything that isn't a common business practice, and values may be a lot closer to what he says that he's being given credit for. What is your response to that so that when we get to Jesse, he can respond to your response? You know, move the debate along. Go ahead.
Look, the bottom line is that when you give one set of values to your lenders and another set to the government, it's not hard for the government to make its case. And the bottom line here is the documents tell the story, and it is what it is. And that's ultimately the story that matters here, not the political spin.
Jesse, how many people get hooked for what the president is being accused of? How much money was lost because of his representations? And why does the irony of a Trump supporter arguing the two-tier justice system after Trump was constantly saying there is none when it comes to the lower socioeconomic rungs and to how many members of the minority groups are treated by the justice system. But now you guys believe in a two-tier justice system. Take those 2 points on.
Okay, well, I'll start at your last one, Chris, because it's just simply not true. You're talking about, President Donald Trump has done more for criminal justice reform than any other president in recent memory. But that is the two-tier justice system that we've seen play out in these recent years is unlike anything we've ever seen before. The real thing that suffered today in that courtroom was the rule of law.
Thousands and thousands of 5'10", 160-pound young black men who get hooked for crimes all the time, left to waste and rot in a jail and have to take pleas for things they may not even have any knowledge of.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. And we could have a very long conversation about all the ways that prosecutors in this country have been left unchecked. There has been no system to guard the guardians for far too long. That's a good conversation that we should have sometime. We have never seen it play out like we're seeing it play out right now, where we're seeing this. Stalin's chief of the secret police is quoted as saying, "Show me the man and I'll show you the crime." In our justice system, we are supposed to have prosecutors that don't go after individuals, don't to try to find crimes. They start at the crime and go after the individuals. And in this case, they have been so hellbent on going after Donald Trump that they've thrown that to the wind, and they aren't following that at all. They're doing everything they can to go after him, and quite simply, there's no there. I absolutely disagree with the way that you've characterized what happened today. First of all, the biggest casualty here is really the rule of law, because while people on the left may love what this judge has done, and people on the right correctly, think it's horrible, no one thinks it's fair. Donald Trump has never had a fair shot with this judge.
Renato
this
thinks
judge
it's
that
fair.
Sat in court today, rolling his eyes, looking up at the ceiling, saying things that are irrelevant that either show that he doesn't understand the law or that he's just ignoring the facts and trying to make his own points while he's hamming it up to the camera.
I got you. Let me get Renato back in here because he's like laughing either at you or me or at both of us.
He loves doing that because he loves to make all kinds of faces because he can never argue with the facts. He's just
There's
like
no
the judge.
fact.
Okay,
We're
Renato,
gonna raise a bunch
argue
of
the facts.
name
Thing that the
calling
judge
about the
does.
judge and our
All right,
judicial
Jesse,
system.
let him speak. Go ahead. Go
Those
ahead.
aren't look. When Mr. Binnall is making are not legal arguments. He's just essentially name calling the judge, basically name calling our judicial system. But he's not actually making any legal arguments because there are none.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.